Most people think losing strength, balance, or energy after 50 is just getting older. But what if your body could feel 10 years younger, without medication or gyms full of machines? In my 25 years of clinical practice, I've seen seniors rebuild vitality through three simple movements that quiet inflammation, spark energy at the cellular level, and calm stress hormones. Stay with me, because the third one, the one that looks slowest, may be the most powerful of all. Aging doesn't have to mean slowing down. I've worked with hundreds of seniors who feared they were losing their independence, until they learned how to train their body's natural repair systems. Today, we'll explore three evidence-based exercises that target the deepest layers of aging: inflammation, oxidative stress, and hormonal imbalance. Each one is gentle, safe, and scientifically proven to help you feel stronger and more balanced after 50. And yes, no gym membership required. 1. Resistance training. Reigniting the body's anti-inflammatory switch. Robert, 68, used to call his knees his weather forecast. Every change in pressure brought pain. He believed lifting weights was for bodybuilders, not men his age, until he tried what I call the 6-week anti-inflammation circuit. Within a month, he could stand up from his favorite chair without using his arms. In my 25 years of clinical practice, I've seen this pattern again and again. When seniors add moderate resistance training, body weight, dumbbells, or resistance bands, the body begins to release myokines. Think of myokines as tiny couriers. Each time your muscles contract, they deliver messages to the rest of your body: lower inflammation, improve insulin use, protect your energy. This isn't theory. It's well documented. A 2024 meta-analysis by Chung and colleagues studied 388 older adults who lifted weights 3 times a week for 6 to 12 weeks. Their inflammation markers, CRP and IL-6, dropped by up to 25%. Another study from Abdelkader et al., 2018, found similar results after 6 months. IL-6 down 18%, TNF-α down 15%, and IL-10, the anti-inflammatory molecule, up 20%. What I've found working with senior patients is that consistency matters far more than intensity. You don't need to lift heavy. Even gentle resistance, done slowly and correctly, signals your cells to repair and strengthen. Start with 3 sessions per week, using your own body weight or resistance bands. Aim for moderate effort, around 60 to 70% of what feels like your full strength. Imagine your muscles as your body's internal pharmacy, creating medicine with every contraction. That's what resistance training does. It teaches your body to heal itself. Pause for a moment. Picture how it would feel to carry your groceries again, with steady hands and a confident stride. That's your future body thanking you for today's effort. But what happens when we move from muscles to the heart? The next exercise strengthens your energy engine and builds the antioxidant shield that keeps your cells young. 2. Aerobic exercise, building the body's antioxidant shield. Linda, 72, told me she felt foggy every afternoon. She blamed it on age until we began a simple walking routine. 2 weeks later, she was tending her roses again, breathing deeply, laughing easily. What changed wasn't just her stamina, it was her cells. In my clinic, I often describe aerobic exercise as a tune-up for your mitochondria, the tiny engines that power every cell in your body. When we move steadily, oxygen flows, mitochondria wake up, and our antioxidant defenses rise to meet the quiet sparks of oxidative stress. Think of antioxidants as your body's built-in fire extinguishers, dousing the small cellular fires that fuel aging. The science supports what we see in practice. A 2021 meta-analysis by Ye and colleagues followed over 1,100 older adults who engaged in regular aerobic exercise. Within 12 weeks, blood levels of MDA, an oxidative stress marker, dropped 30%, while total antioxidant capacity rose 22%. Another study by L. Cater and Al-Jifri, 2017, found that aerobic training reduced inflammatory markers more effectively than resistance training alone. Here's the good news. You don't need to run marathons. Brisk walking, cycling, or swimming for 30 minutes a day, 5 days a week, at a light to moderate pace. About 40 to 60% of your maximum heart rate builds this protective shield. Morning or late afternoon sessions work best for most seniors, aligning with the body's natural energy rhythm. Have you noticed how a short walk can lift your mood? That's your brain responding to improved blood flow and balanced oxygen. Over time, this habit doesn't just protect your heart, it brightens your mind. Linda often tells me, "It's like my body finally learned to breathe again." That's the power of consistency. Now, if resistance training heals your muscles and aerobic movement strengthens your energy systems, what about stress, the silent thief of vitality? The next practice may look gentle, but it has the power to calm the deepest parts of your nervous system. 3. Tai Chi. The gentle rhythm that lowers cortisol and restores balance. George 70 once said to me, "My hands shake less when I pour my coffee now." But what really surprises me is how calm I feel inside. He wasn't lifting weights or running laps. He was practicing Tai Chi, slow, graceful motions that train both body and mind to move as one. In my 25 years of clinical practice, I've seen Tai Chi become a bridge for many seniors who felt too stiff or anxious to start traditional workouts. It's more than stretching. Each movement gently tunes the HPA axis, the body's stress control system. When that system quiets down, cortisol, the stress hormone, drops, and inflammation follows. The evidence is clear. A study published in the Journal of Psychoneuroendocrinology, Ponzio et al., in 2015, showed that just 8 weeks of Qigong, a close cousin of Tai Chi, reduced basal cortisol by 20% in older adults. Another NIH-funded trial by Abbott et al., 2013, found Tai Chi sessions twice a week improved mood, balance, and HPA regulation, cutting fall risk by up to 50%. In practice, I recommend 60 minutes per session, 3 days a week. Start with beginner sequences like grasp the bird's tail. The best times are early morning or evening when the mind is quiet. Think of Tai Chi as meditation in motion, a soft river smoothing away the rocks of stress one breath at a time. What I've found working with senior patients is that after a few weeks they stand taller, breathe deeper, and sleep more soundly. It's as if the nervous system finally exhales. Pause here. Picture yourself in a quiet park, moving slowly as the sun rises. Each motion reminds your body, you're safe now. But there's one more layer we can't forget, the fuel that helps these movements repair you from the inside out. Let's talk about how nutrition supports this new rhythm of strength, energy, and calm. In my clinic, I often remind patients that movement is only half the story. The other half is what you feed your cells when the workout ends. Exercise opens the body's repair window, but nutrition is what fills it. Without the right fuel, recovery slows, inflammation lingers, and energy fades before it can build. Here's where science gives us a roadmap. Research shows that pairing anti-inflammatory foods with regular exercise enhances results dramatically. Omega-3 fatty acids from salmon, sardines, or flaxseed help lower CRP and IL-6, the same inflammatory sparks we quiet with resistance training. Colorful fruits and vegetables, like blueberries and spinach, boost antioxidant capacity by over 20% in just weeks, protecting mitochondria from oxidative stress triggered during aerobic exercise. And timing matters too. Finishing your last meal 3 hours before bed helps cortisol taper naturally, promoting deep sleep and hormone balance. I've worked with hundreds of patients who discovered that simple shift reduced nighttime restlessness and improved muscle recovery overnight. Picture your body as a garden. Movement tills the soil, but nutrition plants the seeds of renewal. If you fill your plate with vibrant colors, lean proteins, and healthy fats, you're giving your cells exactly what they need to grow stronger and calmer. You might start small, a handful of walnuts after a walk, grilled salmon twice a week, or a morning smoothie with spinach and berries. Within a few weeks, you'll likely notice your energy lasting longer and your soreness fading faster. Let's hold here for a moment and breathe. This isn't about dieting or perfection. It's about nourishing the life that your movement has already begun to restore. And as we bring it all together, strength, movement, stillness, and nourishment, there's one final reflection I'd like you to hear. What I've found, after decades of helping older adults rebuild their vitality, is that the body never truly forgets how to heal. It simply waits for the right rhythm, the balance of movement, rest, and nourishment to begin again. If you've ever thought it was too late, I want you to remember Robert, who regained his strength, Linda, who found her energy again, and George, who discovered calm after years of tension. Each began with one small step, and over time, those steps turned into freedom. Freedom to walk with confidence, to breathe without fatigue, to wake up feeling steady and capable. Take a quiet moment right now. Picture the version of yourself who moves through each day with ease, who can lift, laugh, and live without hesitation. That's not a dream. It's biology in your favor. Your muscles are listening. Your heart is adaptable. Your nervous system is waiting for your signal. So, start where you are. Choose one of these 3 exercises. Add color to your meals. Let movement become your medicine. And if this message speaks to you, share in the comments which of these practices you'll begin with. Your story might help another senior who needs encouragement today. Of course, as always, check with your healthcare provider before starting any new exercise routine, especially if you manage chronic conditions. If this helped you, I invite you to subscribe for more gentle, science-backed ways to stay strong and independent after 50. Every week, we explore practical ways to age with purpose, power, and peace. Because staying young isn't about chasing time, it's about moving in rhythm with it, and that rhythm is already within you.